Welcome in, everybody. Episode 53, StickKidSports. We're live here on this Tuesday evening in the end of September.
Yep.
Kicking off. We just finished off, was it week 4?
Week 4, week 5, depending on...
Yeah, depending on your team that you're choosing. But welcome in, guys. Super excited to have you. Going over a lot of stuff. We got NFL and college news. We got predictions. We got games. It's all coming your way. Episode 53, StickKidSports.
Let's go, guys. Hopefully none of you guys are dealing with calc exams right now like me. It is rough. I can't stand it. Not going well, guys. Stop studying for this pod. So let's pick out some winners today. Let's make some coin. And let's get into some sports.
I love that. I mean, why you should be not worried about what you're doing. Drop everything, guys.
Drop everything.
And watch this.
Because StickKidSports dropped.
That's it.
Hey, we did really well NFL this week.
Yeah, honestly.
Really well NFL. College football, though, not as hot.
Yeah, not as hot. We were a little rough. Tough games to pick.
Really tough.
We both rode Irish hard. That didn't work out.
Oh, we'll talk about it last second, but man, it was tough out there this weekend.
Yep.
Expected, I think, some better games in some of them. But yeah, a lot of just down to the wire kind of. You thought you had the bet, and there it goes, right out the back door.
Yep. It was tough, but we'll all go into it. We'll touch on everything here, going all into detail with these games. But Tough week for the boys. For some things, good things, others. We'll keep it on going. We're going to get better.
Yes, sir. So we'll start it off. Week 4 college football. We're going to break into some games here. But Deion Sanders, guys, got fully embarrassed against Oregon. I mean, the saying, it really worked. It really motivated them. We're playing for wins. They're playing for clicks. However he said it. It really got them hype. But, Oregon, they just have that culture. They're more of a winning culture. The coach knows what he's doing. And the players were bigger, stronger, faster. And you could just tell. That's what it really was.
It was. And unfortunately,
Fortunately,
your prime Deion wasn't ready for the moment.
No.
Man, this was the test. I said it last episode. It was truly a wake-up call. I get they're Travis Hunter, the GOAT. He is one of the GOATs of college football this season so far. He's going to be out for at least, it looks like,
2 more weeks.
He did say something under wraps to Deion about coming back for this coming week. That's just absurd. He should, but absurd.
If he can.
The guy's liver's permanently gone, so.
Well, don't waste your future, that's for sure. But, this is a huge game.
It is.
They play USC coming up, and, they're ranked, I believe, number 5 right now. Number 5 USC. And, number 8. They're number 8. I'm shocked that they're still number 8. I hate the rankings in college football, by the way, but...
Who's 5?
Who is 5?
Is it Washington?
Maybe.
Okay.
It might be just Washington, but I don't know exactly who's number 5 right now. Okay. No, they're 7.
So, it's interesting. I think it's, USC, you got Florida State. Yeah. 4.
They might be.
They might slip down. You got Ohio State.
Penn State 6.
So, Ohio State is Ohio State not in the top 5? Top 4?
Dude, they should be.
Yeah,
I'm looking up college football.
But Colorado, guys, all jokes kind of aside here.
Florida State at 5.
Florida State, okay. Yeah, so, it really just, they got to step it up, right, in these big-time events. You can't get blown out that bad, in my opinion. That's just a horrific performance. The thing is, Shedeur Sanders, you brought it up to me. I'll give it respect. The O-line was non-existent in the game. He had no time to react. And they had beaten TCU, but TCU's no Oregon. We know that. Oregon is just a better, more athletic, bigger team.
Yes.
But to put up, they got a field goal, so that's good.
Yeah.
But to put up 3 points is pretty dang bad.
They got 1 tutty.
It was a touchdown. Okay.
They got a tutty, but it was bad. It was the end of the game. It was useless. Really, they wouldn't have scored, I don't think, if Oregon really tried. But Shedeur, I truly think that it's not his fault. I don't think it is. His line was completely outmanned. They couldn't run. The receivers couldn't get open. Shedeur had maybe 1 second in the pocket. Maybe, I don't know, Caleb Williams, maybe he could have made something happen. I don't know. We don't know because he wasn't in that same exact scenario. But I don't think you can blame Shedeur on this. And I think you can blame Colorado's defense. Terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. Deion got outcoached as well. Once the fake punt, the 2-point conversions, Deion got smoked. If it's on anybody, it's on Deion.
Deion got smoked. Coach had a lot of motivation to come at him, and it's crazy because We didn't see a Deion Sanders speech, I feel like, surface. I know they lost.
It didn't surface because no one wants it to come up, but I
What was the speech?
Did
Did Deion even do anything? What did he do?
Just said he was completely embarrassed. It's unacceptable. We got beaten every single way. Outcoached.
He admitted. Pre-game speech, though, did he have one? Because I didn't see that one. I love the... Did he get the boys hype enough? He had to have not, right?
I don't think so, man. It just was so bad. Yeah. It was hard, man. I mean, we went to Duffy's, if you guys don't know, but Duffy's Sports Bar and Grill. Everyone was going Colorado.
Yeah, whole restaurant was clapping anytime.
Just Colorado did anything, and it was not often. So we knew that they were Colorado people with all the TVs around because. Right. But I mean, Shiloh Sanders after the Plains said he's been peeing blood. So he's gotten rocked on the defensive end.
Oh, my God.
It's not good. I mean, they're banged up.
They're banged up.
I mean, Shiloh's going to play, I think, no matter what. I truly think that he's probably the toughest one on the entire team.
Yeah.
But, man, it's a bad look. I mean, they were talking trash before the game to Oregon. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and I hate it because I really want Colorado to do well. I do. But, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
We'll see. This USC game, I mean, I would think Colorado's at home, though, yeah? They got to be. They have 2 back-to-back against these 2 schools.
It's at Colorado, yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, if they can't put up a better performance, I get USC is even better of a team, arguably, than Oregon. But if they can't put up a better performance, I mean, they got to look somewhere. I mean, it's just not good. Hype was too hype. This is what's going to happen how they show up this week.
Yes.
So.
Hype was too hype. As of now, we will see. Notre Dame lost at the buzzer to Ohio State, guys. Wow. If you didn't watch this, first half was a snooze. Second half got better. It was an enjoyable game to watch in the second half. Very just slow, methodical, not a lot of scoring. Turnovers kind of at the end, missed field goals. Bad play calling, in my opinion, with Notre Dame.
Yep.
It was tough, man, but is it on the coaches? I truly think that Notre Dame made a few coaching errors that cost him this game. I do think so.
Yeah.
Now, a few that, just off the top of my head that I remember. The 4th down where Hartman just missed by inches, on that run that he escaped to.
Yep.
Brutal. Tough call. That backfired.
Early in the game.
Yep. Miss of a field goal. Early in the game. At the end, when they finally went up and they were trying to kill clock, and then they go with a Hartman-designated run, loses 5 yards. Then they go Hartman pass play.
He's just running down the side a little bit and then just lob over,
Blocked. Absolutely blocked. So now you're not wasting time. Clock is now stopped.
Minute 50, whatever it was.
Minute 50, something. It was narrowing down. And then 3rd and 15, they go with a run. Not even estimate.
They still have a timeout because they didn't had to burn the other one. They would have had to burn an extra timeout. How important that is for a team less than 2 minutes is insane. You have 3.
Especially in college.
Yeah, 2 timeouts versus 1. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's massive. So that was a horrible play calling from, the staff. I mean, you look at the Clemson game, very similar, in my opinion. You got a 2nd down. Dabo Sweeney decided to do the same exact thing, but going back to Notre Dame, I mean, you got to run the ball there. You got to, at least if you're going to make a passing play, I'd rather see, Hartman get comfortable where he does, not run him out like he's Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
So I think bad play calling, and coaches can decide that. That's when the coaches really matter. You know what I mean? It really comes down to coaching.
It does.
Right then.
And I truly think that they made a lot of error with only giving Estime 14 carries this game. They run 4 running backs, if you guys didn't know. 4.
Yeah, I hate that so much.
You have debatably the best running back in all of college football, and you're giving him 14 carries in your biggest game of the season?
Here's the take. Notre Dame, we all know of them as being a smart school, all right?
Okay.
So the deal is, due to concussions and other safety measures in place, they like to have 4 running backs. That way no one is overused and has the potential to still get hit hard. That's the mindset.
Well, your season's done now, so I hope it was worth. I hope it was worth the no concussions.
That's what it is. It's got to be, right?
I mean, I don't know, but to me, he should be getting at least 20 this game.
Yeah, he needs more. He's
a machine.
We saw him week 1. That's who they gave the ball to a lot. I don't know what happened from week 1. I mean, you remember they definitely played other running backs, but he had 70% of the touches.
Yes. He's been the running back one this whole time, and this time it almost was to the point of looking split carry. But I mean, he's just so talented, and I feel like he had good runs. He showed that he can, make some progress, especially after the first few. Seemed like he started getting a rhythm, and every time he'd have a good run, right out. It's not like he had 2 in a row. It was 1, he's out.
Yeah, as a running back, you want to have that feel, that flow. I call it the Nick Chubb.
Sure.
Feel.
Chubb.
He's him.
He is.
Unless, not him this year. But, listen, the feel, the Chubb vibe, you can't get that when you get 7 carries.
Yeah, and as we said, we like to compare things to basketball. It's like a shooter coming in, hits a 3, and you just take him right out.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
You can't do that. That's exactly what it is.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. I will never understand it. Notre Dame, I truly think this one's on the coaching. I think you would have pulled this one off. I think you're the better team. And it sucks. I
will say I think this is a huge game for McCord in Ohio State. I think he really gained some confidence in this one. Yep. I think you'll see Ohio State really come into themselves, I think, coming into these next weeks and really show that they're a top 4 team in the land. Shows
that they don't need their main guy, Harrison, as well. I mean, the dude had maybe 20 yards.
And he got hurt for a bit.
Yeah.
We'll see how he is.
Harrison, you're overrated, man. Take it or leave it. You're overrated.
Oh, no, I can't ride that. That guy's goated.
We're riding it. And it might not be on him, but everyone says he's so great, so great. Every time I turn Ohio State on, it's Egbuka every time. I don't know why, but every time I watch, it's never Harrison.
Yeah, I think that we talked a big thing college football-wise versus NFL. It brings up the point of how you're not getting the ball to your best receiver. You hear Marvin Harrison Jr., every single stat line, every single comparison is NFL great, NFL star. And then you see him get how many receptions and targets? I mean, not near enough. No. I don't know what that happens or why. I mean, the corners should be worse in the college than they are in the NFL. You still see, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Double J.
Yes.
Tyreek Hill getting the ball. I just don't know why that's such a struggle. Right
so
now.
Brad and I was upset. It was during this game when I first brought it up. But we debated this. We said, why doesn't the star player, as Brad said, get as many touches as a star player on an NFL team? Whether it's Amon-Ra, like A.J. Brown last night.
Yeah.
Like 8 catches, 12 targets. That's how it should be for your main guy.
You can give him the ball. You just got to know what they're good at, run that route, and he'll go get it.
Jamar Chase last night.
There you go.
I mean, wow.
The slant was there all day.
Everything. And it's moving him. It's like he runs a deep route. He runs a slant. He runs a screen.
Yeah, mix it up.
Harrison's only like deep balls. Why? Get your best player. Gonna be so good in the NFL. And I think he will. I'm not saying he won't be great in the NFL. Because they'll get him the ball. They'll find a way.
Yeah.
But college, they don't do that as much. And I don't get that. Let me know what you guys think, because we've really noticed that recently.
Yep.
Clemson, they should fire Dabo immediately.
It was horrible, dude. I don't know what was going on in his head. I'm mad.
I've never seen something like it, I don't think. I truly haven't. Everything was on him. There wasn't a single thing that wasn't on him. He brings in a kicker that misses the game winner. That's on Dabo. He, chokes with his play calling in the fourth quarter when it truly mattered.
He did. Absolutely choked. I mean, you look at what he did, again, the timeout situation like Notre Dame. Deciding to run, again, like a passing route, incomplete pass.
So 3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1.
They run a screen pass that loses yardage.
Yeah.
And then they go for it. 4th and 2, 4th and 3.
Remember, screen pass, it's like it stops the clock. It's just horrible.
Terrible.
I can't even imagine.
Why aren't you running the ball?
Yeah, I can't.
And it's 3rd down too. It's not 4th. And you're gonna trust Klubnik over Shipley? That's crazy to me. Crazy. Klubnik has not been that guy. He played well.
He played really well.
This was the best game he's played for sure.
He played really well.
And he's getting better, but the season's over, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you're a Clemson fan, you are in flames after that game. You had that win. Yes, understandable. The kicker was not good. It was a call up from, West Virginia and was in grad school behind his computer.
Wow.
Which is incredible. But I think, Clemson as a staff, as an organization, as a school, you're literally have the game in the bag. You get that first down, you get closer. Nope, let's screen pass. All right, now it's fourth down. Like, we got to kick it. Like, and then you just fumble it horribly. Like,
choke.
Yeah, just horrible.
It was one of the biggest chokes. Like, FSU had no business winning that game. Clemson was better than them the whole time.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly. I think anyone would say that. I bet FSU. And I really thought Clemson was going to win that game.
Yeah. Once they got the ball first, FSU OT did their thing. Keon Coleman got hot. And, yeah, it was wraps.
FSU, I mean, they're so just perfect for that situation.
Yeah, they are.
Just throw the ball up, and they're going to grab it. Clemson is not that team. I mean, it was wraps from that, right when it went to OT. I had a great feeling with FSU.
More athletic.
It's just perfect for that 20 yards. Just all you got to do is score. It is what it is.
Yeah, agreed. They're done this year. Too bad for Clemson.
I think they should fire Dabo now. Now.
It's his success in college football overall that you can't fire him.
But it's been they haven't been good in years.
But with college coaches, you don't see them getting canned like that. He gets paid how much a year?
I don't know.
I don't know what his contract is. I mean, that's all going into it. And plus, he's had a national championship. Not a lot of coaches.
He doesn't even have a transfer.
That's an issue.
We're not one.
That's an issue, and that I don't know how that happened. I mean,
how does that happen? How
especially
does that even happen?
Clemson too, who's like yes, they're not as good as they were, but they're still a football school.
Yeah,
like they definitely are. I don't know. That was a bad stat. I mean, Florida State had 21, they had 0. Like, it was horrible.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Well, there goes that, but. I know a lot of people that listen to this are State fans, Brad, a Spartan, live or die, Spartans. But guys, Michigan State might not win a game the rest of the year. And I'm not even joking. Like, it's not a joke. I truly don't think that they win another game. At least they shouldn't. I don't believe that they will.
All right, here's my take.
I have their schedule right here.
Pull up their schedule right now.
That's right here. So this week they play Iowa at Iowa.
Okay.
Massacre. And Iowa can't score, so I don't know. I think it'll probably be 14-0. Iowa wins. Michigan State Rutgers.
That's a game to win right there.
They won't win. At Rutgers? No way.
I got Sparties in that one.
Rutgers are pretty good. They're 3-1, I think.
They held Michigan at the first half, but
they scored first drive on Michigan. I mean, State hasn't scored till the last drive 2 games in a row. I mean, they're terrible. So Rutgers wins that one. Oh no, Michigan versus Michigan State.
Hold up, I'm going. I'm gonna be there in East Lansing. They are winning that game right here, right now. Michigan State pulls off the unimaginable.
You don't
ruins Michigan's season. When Ohio State goes and plays Michigan, they beat them too. Michigan out of college football playoff. Boom.
Guys, Brad doesn't believe that, so don't listen to it. He doesn't believe it. Not even 1 ounce in his heart believes that. Michigan will win 36-0.
We'll see.
Michigan State versus Minnesota. Minnesota is the better team. It's at Minnesota. They will win as well. At Michigan State, they play Nebraska. This is the most winnable game. This is the win.
You gotta win that.
This is the only one where they have a chance.
You don't think Indiana either?
No. Then they play Ohio State. They get absolutely obliterated. Then they go to Indiana, Hoosier City, Hoosier Town. They will lose. And then they play Penn State. And you know what's going to happen there. So they have to beat Nebraska at home.
This game's actually at Ford Field last game.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
So they don't even.
It's not going to be in the blizzard this year.
Oh boy.
It's always been cold for that game.
I bet. Yeah, that's going to be really bad. But yeah, this is their championship game here. Nebraska MSU, November 4th.
Let's go. Get it done, Sparties.
Get it done.
Well, 3 wins, all said and done after. Well,
is that the worst they'd ever done?
We'll call it. How many do they have right now? They have 2, right?
They should have 2, right?
Yeah. So I think they beat Richmond.
2 and started 2-0.
So I can see them getting 5 wins, guys. 5 wins. You heard it here first.
5 wins.
StickKids swag, 5 wins. Michigan, Rutgers, and Nebraska.
Well, I don't see how that happens unless a miracle.
Miracle's blessing East Lansing. D'Antonio is present.
There's no point.
Next thing.
They better. There's no point. Just don't even get hurt. Just save Mosley, save Carter. Please just let them go. Let them be free. Just lose. I'm gonna say they win 1 game.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's pretty generous.
That's big.
Yeah, it's big.
It's big for the brand.
It's great for the program. So college football playoff as of right now. So this is not our predictions on who we think, but like as of right now, who we'd put in it with what they've done so far this season. I'll start it off. So at 4, we're going to Texas. Longhorns, they got a big win at Bama. Bama's not as bad as you guys think. I think they've really taken a step this past weekend with a convincing win against Ole Miss, I would say.
Yeah.
So Texas looking even better after that. Then Michigan, they haven't played a lot of people, but they're just returning so many guys. They're so good. That dual threat running back, they just kill clock. They're very, very good guys. 2, Florida State. Got to support the Tallahassee boys. They've just had 2 big wins. I mean, they've barely slipped out of Clemson, but it's a dub, and it looks good on their schedule in Clemson. It's very, very good. They beat LSU, who's looking very, very good, guys. I know they looked rough that first game against FSU.
Yeah, I'd like them to play again, honestly.
It would be a different story, I think. Close game.
Florida State's good. They looked really good that first game, but I think LSU definitely is looking better. So.
Really good. I really like LSU as a team. And then at 1, Ohio State, just because this win against Notre Dame at Notre Dame just, to me, fully cements them at number 1. I truly do believe that.
Great win.
Kyle McCord looking really good. I mean, imagine the confidence he's going to have after producing a game-winning drive in Notre Dame. I mean, that's exactly what someone needs as a young player.
Yeah.
I really think they're going to be hard to beat, and they're number 1 right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like that pick. Actually, that's what I was thinking the same thing. I'll go with my 4 here. So Washington at 4. Washington, Pac-12, looking insane.
Yeah.
I mean, that offense is so dynamic. Now, the biggest thing is, are they going to get tested, right? So, yes, they've shown they're good enough, but now it's about going to play these Pac-12 schools, which is a great conference right now this year. So you're going to see them get tested, and I think they persevere and still get those wins. Washington is at my 4 spot overall how they've played. 3, Texas. I mean, wow, this team's good. And they're great. That's a great school to go to. I mean, you got basketball, you got football.
They got it all.
They got it all there. It's in Austin, Texas. I mean, it's a great spot to be.
Yes.
Their program's great.
Electric town, electric fans. I think everything.
Yes.
I mean, we're about the horns, guys.
Yeah, Ewers is like, I love that dude. I mean, he's just a quarterback. I love this. I love his game. And then at 2, I go Georgia as well, the Dogs. I mean, Georgia. Listen, I mean, yeah, they haven't played anyone yet. That's the whole thing. But Georgia is Georgia. They have an elite team. They always have a great O-line, D-line. They're strong. They have 5-star recruits. They know what it takes to be successful. Kirby Smart deserves to be a top 4 team. I totally stand by that. And at 1, Ohio State Buckeyes. You beat Notre Dame away on the road. You are the team to beat now. You have the strength of schedule. They're over Georgia. Kyle McCord has confidence. They're going to run through this Big Ten. I like Ohio State at 1.
Yeah, they could. Michigan's always the test right there. Penn State could test them as well, I think. But, I think Michigan is truly better than Ohio State. But Ohio State, man, I mean, it's just hard when you have that much NFL talent at your receiver spots. You can do a lot. You can stay in games by coming back, throwing long balls. But I don't know. Georgia, at 2, I'm just not sold on them yet. I'm not sold. We know that they're a great program. We know this, that. But I'm not sure if this is truly the year for Georgia.
Yeah, I know. I will say, there's no team that's like, wow, this is the team to beat.
I agree.
Year, which is pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah, this hasn't happened in ages.
Yes, I think this is the year that you see 2-loss team make the college football playoff.
Yep, agreed.
You agree?
I think it could be the year.
I think it is. And I think it should have been last year, too. I think Bama should have made it. But that's the past. It is what it is. Week 5 predictions.
Let's go.
Let's start it off, guys, with the best conference in college football, Pac-12 matchup. This one's actually on Friday night.
I like that.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet. Utah versus Oregon State. We watched Oregon State a little bit.
We did.
We turned them on, alongside with the split screen YouTube TV with the Notre Dame game on.
Huge.
We had Washington State, big dub for us.
They're
if you
crazy.
listened to the pod, you got that one.
You did.
Upset too, plus coin.
Washington State is unreal, dude. Their offense is so sweet.
Ward,
yeah.
Wow.
He's athletic.
So good.
Yeah, he's really good.
But Oregon State came back and
made it a game.
Made it a 3-point game, so they're looking really good. Utah, though, I mean,
is their boy coming back this week?
Rising. I mean, every week I say I think he's coming back, and then he doesn't. So I think they really got to hope he does in this one, even more than that last week.
Yeah, I think Rising comes back. I think that this is a Utah game to win. Their game to lose, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, spread right now.
Oregon State minus three
so
at Oregon State.
That's probably, I would say with Rising, it's a pick 'em. I don't know if they have that in consideration. If he's not playing, probably edge of the home team. Well, Utah's obviously done well. They've won every game, though, still.
Their defense is just unreal. And they have one of the best home fields. They're not at home.
They're not at home, though.
This is a spot that I kind of like Oregon State. Because I think Rising, even if he does come back, is going to be a little rusty for at least the beginning.
Okay, yeah.
But Utah's defense is so good. But Oregon State's offense, I'm really impressed by them. Really am.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, I think this is a tough one. I'm going to lean Utah. I think they hold down the fort defensively enough to slow down Oregon State. I mean, Oregon State's offense didn't get clicking till late against Washington State, who doesn't have the best defense on the block.
No.
So I think Utah can hold down the fort enough on the road, show that they're a top 10 team in the land, and defend it against Oregon State.
Okay, so we've got Brad with Utah plus 3, me with Oregon State minus 3. I mean, this is it for you, Oregon State. I don't know if you can afford to lose another one. I mean, I know DJ Ugaloo and Martinez. Guys, Martinez is so good. If you haven't watched him, he's a running back for Oregon State. Their offense is through him. He is the one that truly gets it started. He gets about 100 yards a game. It's pretty unreal. But going into the next big game, we have USC versus Colorado. Noon Saturday. Big noon ball.
Noon kickoff, baby.
In Boulder.
So what's the spread on this one?
The spread on this one, guys, it's fat. Minus 23 for USC at Colorado.
Oh, do I want to be a sucker again?
I don't know if you do.
Minus 21, I said. There's no way.
Covered the 40 live, though.
What?
They covered the 40 live.
Yeah, we bet 40, which is degenerate, guys. Don't recommend doing that if you're a sports bettor. But yeah, so I was hoping 21. Oh, that looks so fat. That is what the amateur sports bettors do. I became an amateur during this game. Sure. I bet that 21, thinking it was too easy to cover. It was not. Like 23 at home? Come on, Deion's got to get him ready. I got to go again. I got to double down.
You just said that you're not.
I'm going to do my plus 23 Colorado. I think home field's got to make it.
That doesn't make any sense what you just said.
What I'm saying is I was a sucker last week.
And you're going to sucker again?
But that's the thing. They want you to think there's no way they could cover this spread after what happened last week. That's my mindset. I was a sucker last week. Now I'm not a sucker because all the suckers are going to be taking the minus 23 in USC.
Wow. Man, so your suckers are getting suckered in this one.
Yep, exactly.
Listen, I'm on the same side as you. I'm going Colorado plus 23. There's probably no spread that I'm not taking for Colorado any week, so I'm not sure if you want to listen to me on that. But here's my reasoning. USC just played Arizona State. Arizona State is terrible, guys. And they only won 42-28. That's their first. They're 1-3. 1-3 team.
That's not a dominating. Yeah, that's not a dominating win at all.
14. It was 7. They probably scored at the end of the game. It was a 7-point game throughout this. Arizona State is way worse than Colorado. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
I would put anything that Arizona State is much worse than
I just like Colorado at home, too. Like, I think this is a spread to take. I really do. I mean, I just don't see how they can get blown out that bad twice. But O-line's got to do something different for Colorado. I think it's close. I do. That spread. But I think 3 touchdowns, come on. Stay within it.
I think Oregon proved how good they really are in that, and that like they're maybe a top 5 team. And that USC is not as good as Oregon. I think we're going to come to find that in this one. Caleb Williams, he's a stud. We know what he can bring. He's dynamic, and he's going to do what Caleb Williams does against Colorado. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But USC's defense is what's concerned me all year. They just do not really have it.
That's fair. I mean, Oregon definitely has both sides of the ball. I would
Yes.
have to say so.
They do. And I think USC doesn't have that. And I think Colorado, especially after playing Oregon, they'll be like, guys, like, no one's going to have as good as defense as that.
Right.
Which maybe no one in the Pac-12 does. Maybe Oregon does have the best defense in the Pac-12. I think it's them or Utah. But I do think Colorado has more success in this one. And they keep it, within 23.
Let's do it. I mean, we got to ride.
Deion, if you let me down again, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. It's starting to look bad.
It would. He can't let the country down.
No.
The clicks got to keep coming.
We need the clicks. If you lose again, the clicks might dramatically drop off.
Yeah.
And
they will.
They will? I mean, they might have already.
They definitely did a little bit. I didn't see anything this weekend as much as I usually do, and I'm mad about it. I need my Deion in my life.
Shador! All right. Kansas versus Texas. Big 12 matchup. Now, guys, this is a ranked 24 Kansas versus number 3 Texas at Texas.
Yeah, I mean, oh gosh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Minus 17, so that they have to win by more than 2 touchdowns for you to cover this spread.
It's not. I don't know, man. I kind of lean Kansas. Is that crazy to say?
It's not crazy at all.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
But I kind of do. I would rather take Texas. I'd like to root for Texas. Mm-hmm. But Kansas, I mean, they just played a good BYU team and beat them to get themselves ranked, and they've looked good.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just 17 feels like a lot. It's funny, college spreads, though, versus NFL, it's interesting.
You can't think of NFL in this.
NFL, minus 17, you're hammering plus 17.
Anytime.
But it's college football, like, oh, man, Kansas might just not be ready. They're going at home to Texas. I could see a slaughter still.
Well, yeah.
As much as I don't want to, I mean, the odds of it don't seem high, but I could see Texas just roll. But it's hard for me to take them any points.
Yeah.
So I'm just really tied. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with Kansas plus 17. I don't like it, guys. I like Texas. Texas is probably the school that has made me the most money across sports, them or Duke. But I just love betting them. They just always seem, every time I bet them, they cover for me, they win for me. But for some reason, I find myself fading them. Devin Neal is a very good running back for Kansas. They have Mr. Legs over at Kansas at the quarterback position, dual threat. Just came back off injury against Illinois in week 2 or 3. And he's looked good. I mean, he's throwing the ball well. They have Grimm and Arnold at the receiving spot. They have 2 good receivers. I worry about their defense, but, I mean, man, if you can score, you can keep it within 17.
I'll ride as well, Kansas. I just think it's a lot of points. I think Kansas punched them in the mouth early, but I think it's close to 17. Let's go 2 touchdowns, Texas Longhorns.
Let's go. LSU versus Mississippi. Woo! Ole Miss just let us down.
They did.
It's at Ole Miss, and they are minus 3 favorites. I'm taking LSU money line.
LSU has been playing really good football, and I think, man, this is a tough one. It's at home. It's a 6 p.m. game in Oxford. Dart on the spot. Man. All right, I think I'm gonna lean with the Rebels. I think they lost last week. I think they come back at home. I think SEC is all about home field. I'll take them to win this game.
Yeah.
Tough one though. Good game.
Very good game. I look forward to it a lot. I just think the Daniels-Neighbors connection has been clicking. I truly think that that's one of the best duos in college football. I think they somehow get it done. It's going to be close, and it could be a shootout. But until Ole Miss figures out Quinshon Judkins for me, he just has not performed like he did last year, putting up 100 yards a game at the running back position. And until they get that right, they're not the same Ole Miss to me. I'm going with LSU. Fair enough. Then we got College Game Day at Blue Devils. Let's go!
This is huge for Duke. I mean, look, you get College Game Day at your campus against Notre Dame. Notre Dame back-to-back game days, back-to-back spotlights at a nighttime game in Durham.
Sick.
Let's go.
Is Duke ready for the bright lights plus 5.5?
I haven't watched Duke football enough this year. I got to see a glimpse of them.
Yep. Small glimpse for Clemson.
Yeah.
You wrote them off. You thought they were going to lose.
So they've shown big-time performances so far this year.
Yep.
Man. But is Notre Dame going to fall twice?
Man.
With the GOAT? The 7th, 8th year, maybe 10-year senior?
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so. I agree. Notre Dame, chalk them in. -5.5 for me.
Yeah. I don't blame you at all for taking that. Notre Dame's probably the better team, guys. I thought that they should have beaten Ohio State. I think that this is still a year that they could make the college football playoff. I'm going to be on Duke because I'm a Duke fan. Strictly it. But my prediction would be I'd only take Notre Dame money line, though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, spread will be tight.
I'm going to go with Duke +5.5. Notre Dame, man, they seem to somehow keep games a little too close. I don't know why, but I don't see him smoking Duke. Riley Leonard is an NFL quarterback. He is an NFL quarterback. Calhoun is a good receiver.
Yeah.
But, I worry about him. But they beat a good Clemson team, almost beat FSU. So I don't know, guys. Duke could just shock the world here. They could.
I'd love to see it.
I'd love to see it, too.
Let's go.
It would be sweet. But, yeah, let's ride.
Let's get it. I mean, we transition into the NFL, what you guys all love. Let's get after it. We got a lot of stuff. We'll go quick here. Week 3 week recap. We'll highlight maybe a couple high-level things. Then we'll go into kind of our rankings on power rankings and then get some predictions on main highlights.
Week 3, Giants 49ers. 49ers just manhandled them. Basically, the score only shows 18, but it felt worse than that. No Saquon. That was it.
Yeah, Giants don't have an answer without Saquon. Niners defense just so tough.
Yes. Falcons Lions.
Wait.
Wow. The Lions came to play and finally secured one where it didn't seem close.
Let's go.
We needed that.
Our defense needed some sort of a stand. Only
Branch.
6 points. Branch decided to put the team on the back.
Wow.
Let's go.
Guys, look out for Branch on the Lions, corner or safety. Wow, he's really impressive, guys. I think he went to Alabama. He's sweet on the defensive end.
Yeah, Raymond played really well, too, for the Lions. Loved his game out there. Got a lot of targets. Lions look good.
Really good. Chargers, Vikings, the shootout that everyone expected. Down to the wire, if I've ever seen it. Kirk almost pulled it off, but it didn't. Fell short.
Didn't. The weapons of Chargers, the duo, I should say, connection. Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert, too much. Overpowers the Vikings.
But lose Mike Williams for the year.
Oh, don't bring it up.
Oh, wasn't worth it. Our fantasy team.
Fantasy team update will probably be next week, but this week was brutal. That's why we're not bringing it up.
Took an L. Don't want to talk about it. Mike Williams hurt. Saints-Packers. Derek Carr went down in this one, and that allowed Jordan Love to bring a massive comeback to Green Bay.
Yeah, pretty sweet. We'll give some credit to Jameis Winston.
Jameis!
Into the game, getting the drive together, giving him a chance.
Field goal choked.
But, yeah, Jordan Love squeaking out a win. Now gets to go home or stay at home and take on the Lions next week.
It's going to be sick. Shout out Reed, though. I mean, wow, he's having a great rookie season.
Yeah, he is.
Awesome. Texans upset Jaguars to defeat our Surgical 6 early. Man, sucks. Texans smoked them, too, 37-17. Are they someone that people should be looking out for, or is this just maybe they just have the Jags number?
I think this is us predicting the best rookie quarterback in this draft class. C.J. Stroud is starting to get some confidence. Texans, I would not say put them on your radar to make the playoffs, but I would say if you have the Texans on your schedule, it's no pushover. Just like the Bucs, same thing. I thought Texans-Bucs would be some of the worst teams in the league this year, and right now they're showing that they can fight with anyone. NFL's, I love how competitive it is with the teams across the board.
It's sick.
So yeah, I would say definitely, yeah. There's someone to at least take a consideration on.
And I'd also like to shout out, not only do we think that they have the best rookie quarterback, I think they have the best rookie wide receiver as well in Tank Dell.
Yeah.
I mean, this was kind of a coming out party for him. I do know him from Houston last year, and it's just great to see him succeed the way that, I kind of thought that he would, and he got picked later in the draft than expected for me. And they're really thriving, and if they can grow together as a duo, I mean, they could get dominant.
They could.
Broncos Dolphins 70-20.
There's not much to talk about here. Broncos looking like Broncos looking like the worst team in the NFL. Dolphins looking unreal offensively.
Without Waddle.
Without Waddle.
70 without Waddle. That's unbelievable, guys. The backup quarterback had the highest QB rating of the week. The
That's
backup,
insane.
not Tua. The backup. That's unbelievable.
Sign him.
Oh my God. Devin A-Chain, rookie running back, went ballistic. Like leading the running backs in fantasy this week.
Everybody on the Dolphins, when you have them, you had at least 15 points from each player.
Wow.
Insane.
It was electric, third highest scoring game. But what do you think? I think it's kind of important to point out the coaching decision to not kick the field goal to tie the record. They could have done it.
So, I mean, it's interesting.
I'm
right?
kicking it.
The thing is, I'm pretty sure, right? Weren't they going for like everything already? Like in that game, they're like,
no, they
they
ran the ball for 80 yards. Like
No,
there was nothing. Like Broncos couldn't stop anything. It was like they were trying to just slow it down. And they just scored. They're not going to stop running.
So yeah, I mean, I just at that point might as well just kick it.
Yeah, it's already embarrassing.
Not gonna get that mad. It's already embarrassing. Might have some beef post game, but
whatever.
It's whatever. Yeah, I think Broncos play the Bears. That's gonna be a lit game, guys.
It is. They do play that for the worst team in the league.
Worst team in the league game. Let's go.
Wow. Browns massacre the Titans.
Wow. Cleveland.
Sick.
Cleveland.
Wow. Deshaun looked awesome.
They look good.
They looked really good.
Wow.
Titans looked awful.
Holding team to 3 points, putting up 27. I mean, dominant performance. Cleveland Browns. I mean, they're looking pretty dang good. Defense remind me of the Lions. Like they're dynamic. They got good offensive players. Chubb out though. If they had Chubb, man, I'm really liking the Browns this year.
Yeah, I mean, it could be maybe like a new game plan though. Maybe it'll just work out for the Browns.
Maybe
you never know.
We'll see.
Just a quick thing that I want to mention. This could be, guys, the fall off of Derrick Henry. I think we might be witnessing it this season.
Ooh.
This could be where he just starts dipping, guys. And I hate to say it, he's just not having a good season. Not at all.
And last year he had a good year, so it's tough to see that for sure.
Yeah, we'll see, but could be early. We don't even need to say anything about this. Bills Commanders.
Yeah.
Wow. Massacre.
Yeah,
Bills. Colts Ravens in a shocker overtime. Minshew leads them to a W.
Couldn't believe it.
Wow. What a feisty team the Colts are.
What a crazy game in general.
Yes.
Feisty team Colts were. Ravens, I mean, you had it, and you had it, and you fumbled it.
It was bad.
It was bad.
Ravens, I mean, they've had 3 close games now. Finally don't come out on the right side.
Yeah, they had 2 they came out on.
Yeah.
Now they take on Cleveland in a big game.
I think they lose that one, but this is... I'm worried about the Ravens. I mean, they're just so banged up. I don't know what they can do.
Give Zay the rock. Give Zay the rock.
It's him and Andrews versus the world out there. They don't even have a running back at this point.
It's bad.
Not one. I think they had to go grab somebody. They're all hurt.
That's insane.
Crazy. Patriots-Jets, just the ugliest game of the week, probably 15-10. Wow.
Yeah, crazy that it was the ugliest game.
Just such defense. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, the Jets not going to do much this year. Patriots luckily squeaked out one, needed that for them.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of said that's going to happen. It's just desperation. Yep. Seahawks-Panthers. Seahawks pulled away at the end, but a close one. Andy Dalton looked way better than Bryce Young.
Yeah, experience. I think he's been a backup quarterback in this league for a while now and knows his role, but he also can step up. He's had starting opportunities. He put up a good performance. Yeah. Seahawks, definitely. I'm glad they got it done for fantasy team sakes, but for us, Kevin DK Metcalf had a good game, got banged up a little bit, but should be fine. He got back in.
Yeah.
But yeah, Seahawks look pretty good. Offense is looking good. They're a good team. Circle them to really make that playoff push again.
They have just so many options at the receiver, and Kenneth Walker really runs the ball well. They're a good team. Chiefs Bears. Wow, man.
I mean, it's bad. It's bad.
I'm not sure. I think the Bears are the worst team in football. I hate to say it. I thought Justin Fields would have a good year this year. Is it the organization? Is it the coaching? Is it just Justin Fields? I don't know. They're the worst team I've ever seen, maybe.
It's a mix of a little bit. I think it's Fields' confidence. I've been saying that. I think he just can't find himself. O-line's rough. I think he's not having a lot of time, and then that's also leading him to feel no confidence with the ball in his hands, not trusting his throws.
Yep.
And I think it's just bad news.
Bad news. Obviously, everyone knows by now. Swift appeared for Travis Kelce. Legendary. That was the talk of the week. So good for him to score in front of his girl, though.
That was sweet. Good for him.
Good for him.
Big pulls on and off the field.
Yes, big pulls on and off. Cardinals, Cowboys. Wow, what an upset.
Not expected.
No, this was bad by the Cowboys.
Cowboys looked rough. I think Cardinals, shout out Cardinals coach in this one. Talk about a team that's been flaming hot. Cowboys were arguably they were a top 3 team in the NFL going into this week, and the Cardinals had a great game plan, knew what to do to, prevent Dak from having his smooth flow to his game that he's been having, and they got it done. What a game.
They did get it done, and this is kind of what we talked about. We hadn't seen them behind yet in a game, and we knew that they were playing so safe because they had the lead in both their games, but now they had to come from behind, and it worked. They couldn't do it.
Right.
Cowboys might not be able to come from behind. So if that is proven in this game and this trend keeps going, they are not a good team. If you can't come from behind, you're not a good team.
Agreed.
So we'll see. Dak has to get CeeDee Lamb involved more, especially when you're down. You can't just keep running to Pollard when you're down.
Yeah, I agree.
Man, and then the interception to cap it all off in the end zone. Come on, Dak. Steelers-Raiders, kind of in a close one at the end. This was the worst. Did you finish the end of this game?
So I didn't get to see the end. I went to bed right before the ending there on the second half. So
okay, well I'm not sure if you saw this because I remember when you kind of went to bed. But so the Raiders were down 8 in the red zone, 4th down, and they went for a field goal. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, yep.
Well, everyone, including myself, is completely raging, saying, "What are we doing? Why are you not going for it?"
Yeah, valid take.
It was at about maybe the 10-yard line, 4th down, like 4th and 3, something along those lines. You do a field goal. That doesn't tie the game. There was a minute something left.
Yeah, these coaches, that happened in a different game too. Was it? Right now, it might have been that game. Another game I was watching. Coaches think that they have more time than they have. It's less than 2 minutes. It's 4th down at the 8.
Yep.
You're going for it. You
have to.
Why are you going to try to bank on having 3 timeouts and 2-minute warning, if that even is a thing? Probably isn't.
I don't even think they had 3 timeouts.
So if you don't have 3 timeouts, there's no even question, in my opinion. But yeah, I think these offenses are too good in the NFL. In less than 2 minutes. You got to go for that in 4th down.
It's insane to me. I'm not sure if he thought that the field goal got him 8 points, but
cover the spread. That was the goal, the coach's goal. Cover the spread.
Maybe. Well, he didn't do it because he was a favorite. So that's the worst coaching I've ever seen. I think Raiders coach needs to be fired now. Eagles, Bucks. Buccaneers got brought back to earth. Eagles are still that team. That's about enough said.
Yeah, that's about it. Eagles are really good.
Eagles are really good, guys.
Yeah.
Really good.
Tampa finally got humbled.
Yes. Rams, Bengals in a lower scoring game than expected. Backdoor covered by Stafford and the boys.
Had his yards, big time play by Stafford. Bengals needed a win. Good thing they got one.
Yep.
So shout out them, but good game.
Deep down, we knew Bengals would get the win. We said that on here. It was just you have to when you're 0-2.
Yep.
But we did take Rams spread. We thought that it was a little suspicious at that 3.5, and it worked out.
Huge.
Yep.
Clutch.
Bengals 19, Rams 16. Puka Nacua got brought back to earth, though. Only 70 yards. Probably like 5-6 catches.
Okay.
So he did not pull off any more insane Cooper Kupp performance again.
Yeah.
So maybe people will watch film, see what the Bengals did.
Yeah.
And kind of shut him down. We are going to do a combined power ranking.
Let's do it. Big time.
So week 3 power rankings. Let's start it off at 5. Go ahead.
At 5, onward down the field, Lions football, baby. You know what it is. At 5, guys. Listen, this team has shown enough for us. We might be missing out on 1 or 2 teams, but they're right there. They're right there. And I love to say that they're going to be top 5 on our list. Offensively, their defense stepped up this week. That's the biggest question mark. But great win, enough for us to put them at 5.
Dan Campbell, man. Dan Campbell.
Let's go.
He's just a great coach. I truly believe he's one of the best coaches in the NFL. And he knows this offense. Like, if you watch the Lions, they're one of the most fun offenses to watch in the NFL.
Agreed.
They throw the deep
bias
ball.
on that.
They throw the slants. They get everything involved and have such dynamic plays.
Agreed.
They're awesome. For the Eagles. Push!
Yeah, that's an unreal play that can never be stopped. I don't care how you prep for that.
You can't.
Doesn't matter.
They win every game with it. It really is like it wins them games.
Yep. If they get there, fourth down, I don't care if they're at their own 10.
Yes.
They're getting it.
They're getting it. I mean, even if it's like 2 yards, they still do it.
Yep.
Just push!
That's it. It's easy as that.
Kelsey Hurts, push.
It's insane.
It's unreal. Till someone figures that out or the rule gets taken out, these guys have to be top 5.
Yep.
3.
Yeah. 3 is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. They have one loss. They start a little flat against, yours truly, the Detroit Lions. But since then, they've shown and gotten their receivers better involved. They have glue on their hands now, luckily, to catch a ball. But, this team looks good, dynamic. Defense looks solid. I think Mahomes is really starting to learn his receivers and get the running game more involved. They look really good.
I just think it's truly the Kelsey effect.
Yeah.
I think when you have the best tight end, maybe of all time, I mean, it just opens everything else up. I do think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, once they had Kelsey, they were clicking.
100%.
He's that guy. I mean, the Chiefs look really good again. They're a powerhouse. At 2, though, maybe shocking to you guys, but with how they've played this year, they have to be. They're the best offense in football. The Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa is number 1 in MVP as of right now in my book.
Yeah, I think it's truly a testament to what they've done as a team. Their offense looks so good. I love watching them. They're getting Mostert involved. They're getting the rookie involved. This team looks really good. Again, fine-tuning their defense, similar to the Lions. Here's my one concern with them. But, I think that in their division, they can go get it done easy, and now they got a good playoff spot.
I don't think anyone competes in their division.
No, not at all. I just think, they're ready to go.
Yeah, I truly think that the Dolphins are unreal. Tyreek Hill is the number 1 receiver in my book.
He's X Factor.
He's X Factor.
That's
he's
him.
goated. He's said to himself he's going for record-breaking yards, and he's getting it.
That's crazy.
He's playing unreal.
Give the ball to Tyreek Hill, good things will happen.
Yeah, and then you have Waddle as your 2, and Mostert with the way he's playing. That's what they were missing last year was their running back. And it was Mostert, but they're figuring it out to get him way more involved. He's looking sweet. Dolphins, wow.
Yeah, they're looking really, really good.
And then at the 1.
The 1 spot, the defensive GOATs of the NFL, the San Francisco 49ers, Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing his job. Week 1, they looked insane. And the rest of the weeks, maybe offense wasn't as dominant, but defense showed why they can be the best team and are the best team in our eyes in the NFL right now.
Yeah, I truly don't even think that they really tried against the Giants. Brandon Ayuk didn't even play. C. McCaffrey that guy just puts teams on his back.
He does.
In every way. It's run McCaffrey, pass McCaffrey. He's so annoying, actually.
You got to stay healthy, and he's showing right now since he did have a bad year 2 years ago with his injury. He's been really, really good right now.
I don't like San Fran. I just want to make that known. I don't like them.
Don't like Shanahan?
No. And I don't like anything like the way they play. It's not fun to me. It's just McCaffrey show. It's Purdy doesn't really throw deep balls too often. But they're just so good. They have to be 1. They're so good. I hate it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
They're a good team. All right, well, last thing we're going to do, Sunday spread predictions. We'll keep it short, sweet. Last thing we got, we're going to say a game. We're both going to pick which way we want. We'll say game, spread, and then our predictions, and we'll top it off.
And we don't have every game this week.
Yeah.
We went with the top 6.
Top 6 games that are going to be the biggest in the NFL, I guess, fans' eyes, in our opinion. So first off, starting off, at 1 p.m. Eastern, the Detroit Lions.
Primetime Thursday.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Primetime Thursday. Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay. Detroit opens as a -1.5 favorite. What do you got?
I'm going nuclear on Lions -1.5. I can't believe that the spread is -1.5. I saw it when it just came out, and it was actually Packers -1. And it switched very quick after an hour.
I don't blame it. After what they did this past week, Lions should be the favorite here. I think Lambeau Field is tough. Yes, it is. Rivalry, division, tough. Mm-hmm. But no Aaron Rodgers, guys. Jordan Love has to learn how to be dominant in Lambeau. Give me the Lions.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to keep up with the Lions, and I don't know if Jordan Love can do that.
Yeah.
It's going to put him to the test.
And it's not cold yet in Lambeau.
No.
Which is a big plus, I guess.
Goff does not like the cold. I want you guys to know once the cold hits, Goff is not near as good.
It sucks.
But right now he still should be good.
Yeah, he should be. We're good.
Should be good. Amon-Ra should perform as he's been performing. Jahmyr Gibbs finally opened up the run game. Laporta, man, he's looking sick.
He's looking really good.
I think he really gets involved again this week.
Yeah.
And I think they pull it off. Maybe win by a touchdown.
I like it.
Lions, prime time.
Hammer it.
You guys know Campbell on prime time. He gets dubs.
He does.
Dubs. Dolphins, Bills. To me, this is probably the game of the week.
Yeah. Great game.
Bills -3 at home. I'm taking the Dolphins money line away from home.
Wow. Man, tough game here. All right. I'm opposite end of the spectrum. I think the Dolphins take their first loss. NFL teams struggle on the road, I think, after being at least 3-0. We'll see a team fall finally here in the Dolphins. Bills, it's so tough there in New York and Buffalo to win. I like the Bills to get this one done and cover by 3 points.
Yep, I just worry about the Bills. They've blown out 2 bad/mediocre maybe teams in the past 2. They lost to the Jets.
It's a bad loss.
Dolphins are their first real team, in my opinion. I mean, they played a Zach Wilson Jets, Raiders, who suck.
Yeah.
And then
they're
Commanders.
They haven't shown enough, I agree. So I think the more common would be Dolphins, but I just think NFL, it's very tough to be 4-0 like this. They're a team that can do it, I think, in the Dolphins, but Bills get it done for me in Buffalo.
I think you guys find out how good the Dolphins really are in a divisional matchup in this one.
Yep.
Ravens, Browns.
Wow. Hammer Browns 2.5 here. Come on. I think Cleveland Browns put something together last week that's just insane, and I think them being home again, taking on a division opponent, they get it done. And don't be surprised if they win it by a touchdown, too. I like the Browns.
You don't like the bounce back spot for the Ravens?
I think Ravens have been in so many close games. I think they struggle to close, but I think the Browns put something together the last week, and they bring it into this week, and they make it tough for the Ravens to even have that close game. So I like the Browns here.
I really like it as well. I'm going to be on the Browns. Divisional matchup at home, field goal. I think they can do it.
Yeah.
I think that they're pretty equal teams, in my opinion. Browns have the better defense. I'd probably take the Ravens offense overall, but I do like it, and the Ravens are banged up, so. Then we got Bucs-Saints divisional matchup at Saints -3.5. No Derek Carr, I would assume.
Yeah, assume no Derek Carr here.
I'm shocked with the spread.
Yeah, I honestly just think it's a pick 'em game. I don't think it's really 3.5 to Saints. I mean, Saints are 2-1, so are the Bucs. So both of us started off pretty hot this year, but I think Bucs lost last week, but they have some fuel in their fire. I think Baker Mayfield, got a wake-up call this week, but I think he bounces back.
Me too.
On the road and gets this one done.
Let's ride Bucs.
Let's go.
+3.5. Take it. Divisional matchup on the road. Think that they keep it at least within a field goal in this one. Mm-hmm. Pats versus Cowboys. Cowboys -7 at Jerry's World.
Wow.
Belichick versus Cowboys. This is always a big game.
Always a big game. Now, how good are the Pats? That's the question. That is my thing, right? Like 7 points for Cowboys.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a lot.
It is kind of a lot. So it's like, do you think Cowboys have a better performance? They win by 7.
I think Cowboys are better.
Yeah.
They're a better team.
They are.
Big home field advantage here.
Yeah.
This is a big home field advantage.
I'm so torn, but I think, with home field advantage, I really think the spread is so accurate. I think they win by literally a touchdown. So I think push wins money. I'd rather, I guess, go with what? I think that the Cowboys can maybe win this game by more than a touchdown because they're a better team.
Whoa.
I'll go with the Cowboys -7. Going to be close, though.
You're going to do it?
I'm going to do it. I'm going to tail it.
Man, I don't know. I'm really torn. I know the Pats just keep it close. I mean, all 3 games, win or lose, it's within a touchdown. And I think it's going to happen again. I think they'll lose, but I think it's going to be so close.
Yeah.
The Cowboys, they concerned me. So if the Patriots somehow go up on the Cowboys, I'm worried for the Cowboys at that point.
Okay.
They've not proven red zone at all. They can't score.
They slow start this past week. Red zone offense hasn't been good, so.
I'm going to ride the Pats +7 on the road. Chiefs versus Jets. Chiefs -9 on the road. That's a fat point spread.
Is it fat? Or is it just the Jets can't keep up with Kansas City?
Dude, at Jets?
At Jets.
Man, that's a tough spot to play.
It is tough to play.
It's a tough spot to play. Chiefs, they're better.
Yeah. Chiefs are better. It's a matter of can they go beat New York and New York. That dominating of a performance. Listen, based on what I've seen the past 2 weeks and being my number 3 team in my rankings, I think they can do it. I think they can win by at least 10 points and get that spread covered. Let's see what the Jets can do. Can they fight back? 9's a lot, but I'm taking higher spreads, I guess, this week. I like the Chiefs.
Yeah. I'd probably lean Chiefs as well with you on this one, but this is going to be a defense that might cause the Chiefs a little bit of troubles. I mean, they haven't played a dynamic defense yet. This will be the first one of the season. And I think that they do get some problems caused. I think the Jets might keep it close for a bit, but I just don't think they can score.
Right.
They can't score, so I think if the Chiefs even get 14, it should be fine.
That's what I'm thinking. I think they can get it done.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I agree. And that's going to do it for this episode of the pod, guys. So, episode 53 in the books. Guys, I think if you tailed last week, you would have done pretty well on the picks.
You would have.
And so, stick with it. I truly think that you guys should share it with your guys' friends. We had shout out one of Brad's boys from work. He tailed some of the plays, and he's like, wow, I got to tune into the pod now.
You guys got to. I mean, we're going to give you value. We'll get something out with our picks this week, so you have access to that hopefully before Thursday night, but if not by Sunday, what our picks are for NFL, maybe a college football, lock on spreads that we talked about earlier. But stay tuned. We'll give you that information. You're going to want to tail us.
Yep. And make sure, you guys know we always normally post primetime games on the TikToks and all that, but you're probably not going to get every single NFL pick on the TikToks, on the Instagrams. That's why you guys got to tune in to the pod, to the YouTube, to see every single thing that we think. And this is, early in the week. Some lines change.
Yep.
Sometimes, you got to switch it up. But as of right now, this is what I'm leaning. So if the spreads are the same, it's what I'll be on.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, that's going to do it, guys. Like, subscribe, follow us up. Give us a love on this podcast episode. Peace.
Deuces, guys.